So I've found a certain affinity for well-made bags, and I think EDC is something that I'm like constantly thinking about. And one of the things I've always been interested in is minimalism, and I think a lot of you who have been around for a while probably know that. And something that I've been really considering recently is how much stuff do I need to take with me every day to get to and from work, if I go to a coffee shop, that kind of thing. I recently saw a video from the guy who invented the bullet journal where he does a lot of his scripting on his phone with an Apple keyboard. And it had me thinking, like, now that I don't have a full-time job where I need to have my laptop on me at all times, I'm either sat here in the studio working on my Mac Mini and Apple Studio Display, or I'm out and about, or I'm at home. I do the bulk of my work here, but that video was really interesting. I'll link it down below for sure, but it's this idea of like a very focused working environment. And so I thought, instead of working on my phone with an Apple keyboard, what if I use the iPad mini? So knowing that I don't necessarily need a high-powered computer to work remotely, I thought, let's go iPad mini. So today's EDC has a lot of really cool stuff going on, and I'm excited to show it to you. Stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to share one bonus item that I think just really completes this EDC setup, and you're not going to want to miss it. I love it so much. On this channel, we talk about tech that marries form and function. We like tech that improves our lives and looks good while doing so. In fact, we're building a sub-brand called Form and Function. So if this sounds cool to you, please subscribe, like this video for more, and without further ado, let's get into it. So all the products I'll mention in today's video will be linked down below, and I want to start with this new bag from Orbitkey. This is a 3-liter, I've never been a huge fan of crossbody bags, but something about this type of bag, which feels almost like a tech bag. You have the straps, which you can actually take off. And I really love this bag because it has a little handle here. So you can just use it as sort of a detachable tech bag like that, or you can throw it a crossbody, shoulder bag kind of thing. And while it's different to me, I'm used to wearing a backpack, this has been incredible. And in fact, I will sometimes just wear it on my front, and then when I get in my car, the seatbelt goes on. I don't even have to take the bag off. Like if I'm running somewhere really quickly, it's fantastic for that. I've used these little buckles here for a couple things. One is you can pull, if you're in a city with a lot of people, you can pull these over, put them through that, and now it's hard to get in this. It's hard to steal off your back while you're in like a public, transport area or something, which is fantastic. So this is brand new from Orbitkey. This is the orange one. They have a black one and like a kind of off-white stone colored one as well. I've been rocking just the Apple AirTag here on my keys, as well as the Bellroy key holder, and this is perfect. I have 3 keys. I don't need something crazy, but just having this here, the only thing I really keep in my pocket now is my phone, which is fantastic. And if I wanted to, I could throw my phone in here as well. So this has a lot of interesting stuff in. I want to start with the back here. This is where I keep my wallet, which is great. This is also where I keep, if you're someone who wants to carry around a pocket knife. This is a new product from Blade X is the company. It's a very interesting product here that sort of opens this way. So we're going to be doing a full review on this product soon, so keep an eye out for that, and subscribe if you're new, and if you're into knives, this is definitely an interesting one. So we'll be doing a full review on that. So that's back on the back against my body, which is great. One thing I love about this bag is a few things, actually a lot of things. So this sort of just sits on your desk open like this, which I think is fantastic. The fact that there's room for the bag itself to expand this way is great, and you do have expansion here too. So it can have a very slim form factor if you don't have a ton of stuff in it, but it can also just have this, expanded version too. So here's where this gets exciting. As I mentioned, this is sort of like a full iPad mini setup. So if I ever, if I want to go to a coffee shop, a really focused environment, and just work on scripting, this is like perfect for that. This is like a perfect outing, just work away from work kind of bag, which is just awesome. I love it. So Apple Pencil or a regular pen holder here, which I think is great. I've tried other bags where I'm trying to figure out where to put that. If you put it on the iPad, it can get knocked off. There's a sort of secret pouch here. I believe this one is RFID. I don't actually have anything in there right now, but you could put your wallet in there, you know, things like that, which would be a good idea. I do have the iPad mini 7th generation, which just updated, it looks like, which is fantastic. Get the cool little animation there, but you don't necessarily need the folio case here if you're gonna rock it in the bag. I will say if you do take that off, let's see here. One thing I guess I don't love so much is this pocket is kind of moved down a little bit, as you can see there. So this is kind of exposed, and even if you're smart and you turn it around like this, you have the little zipper there that could scratch it, or anything else in this bag here could scratch it. So I wasn't at first putting the folio case on the iPad, but it's just some added protection even in this bag against the other tech. It all fits very well. You can see just perfect enough to fit under the zipper there, which is great. This is an exciting one, and this kind of goes along with, you know, Ryder Carroll, who did the bullet journal, his video, he used an Apple Magic keyboard. I wanted something small enough to fit in here. So this is from Protoc. This is just the bifold one. It has this sort of faux leather-y kind of stuff here, so it looks very premium and nice, but you fold open and you get, I don't know what this is, a 60% keyboard. Which is fantastic. It's nice and clicky. It connects to Bluetooth like immediately. Once you get that set up, you can have a few different Bluetooth devices, 1, 2, 3 right there. I will say when typing, my thumb being on the spacebar rests on this little hinge here, which isn't very comfortable, and sometimes I miss the space because I hit that. It's something I'll have to get used to. I might just kind of shift my hand a little bit more to be not on that hinge, but this is legitimately perfect, and the company sells quite a few versions of this. There's a trifold one, there's one that comes with a trackpad, which is pretty neat too. But yeah, it just folds right up, nice and easy, kind of has like a magnetic enclosure. USB-C charging. The charge on these lasts for a really long time, I think, which is pretty cool as well. So keep that in there. You've got a couple other little pouch areas here. A big thing for me recently is trying to take a little bit nicer camera. This is one of my favorite cameras of all time, the Ricoh GR3. I think this is the HDF version. It has the little silver shutter button there, but it adds that sort of like halo effect with lighting. It's not bad, it's not my favorite, but it gets the job done. I love this, straight out of camera, just the best looking photos coming out of this camera here, and just having this even for like one-off quick tech lifestyle kind of photography, it's perfect there too. So I of course have my AirPods in here, can't leave the house without those. I also have this little charging brick from Belkin, which is a 45-watt charger. I wanted something that I could charge all of my devices that are in here with, and so having the little tiny version of that, which 45 watts is pretty fantastic actually. You have even more, like a little pouch here as well, which is great. You have another little stretchy guy right there. And then in here, I just have like the regular Apple, you know, USB charger or cable, which can charge literally everything that's in this bag. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, one more thing that fits in this setup, and I'm glad it does, it kind of just completes the EDC. It makes all of this work stuff have a little bit of a break, a little bit of fun to it, is the Ambernic handheld here, which allows me to play. I've sort of only put Game Boy Advance games on here. I think right now I've got Pokemon Fire Red booted up. I've just been loving. I never got to play Pokemon growing up, so it's been fun getting to explore this, and Fire Red was one I always like heard about and people raved about. So this looks almost exactly like a Game Boy Advance, except you do get a couple extra buttons here. I think it can play up to like PlayStation 1 games. You have a few extra buttons here as well that are kind of hidden with the design, but this is the RG34XX, and this thing is fantastic. I think Game Boy Advance is my favorite kind of retro handheld that ever came out. I love the sprites, I love the artwork, I love just I don't know, the brightness and the colorfulness and the soundtracks and the games that were on here. There's a ton of games on here. So I can slide this right in here. That gives me a break from my work as I'm getting stuff done. So that's my sort of EDC for day to day. I take this to and from work each day. Sometimes I'll throw the Ricoh in my pocket, which just allows me to have a little bit quicker access. But honestly, pulling stuff out of here is super quick and easy to do. It literally has like everything that I need in such a small form factor. So special thanks to Orbitkey for sending out these bags for us to check out. As I mentioned, all of these products, if I can find them, will be linked down below. I'll try to do mostly Amazon stuff for this too. I bought quite a few of this stuff on Amazon, so there'll be Amazon links. But let me know what your EDC is like. What are those like 1 or 2 things that you literally can't leave the house without? Now, of course, iPhone and stuff like that, or phone if you're not an iPhone person. But what are like some things that you would put in a bag like this, or if you were, you know, classic with a tote or a backpack, what can't you leave the house without? I love this. I've been using it and I am like wanting for nothing. Like, it feels so nice to not have a backpack. I think what I found was I was wearing a backpack every day and there was literally this much stuff in there or less, and it was like, what is the point of having the backpack? The biggest thing was having a laptop. So the laptop needs a certain size bag, but then there was just empty space in the rest of the bag. So once I sort of nixed the laptop, I just keep it at home now. That's just like my home computer. This is all I need to get around, to read, to write, all that kind of stuff. Take notes, journal. I've been journaling a lot on the iPad mini, which has been fantastic. Let me know if you'd like to see an iPad mini video. I don't think I've really done one, and I think I haven't. I did one a long time ago. I'm rambling on. That's gonna do it. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, like this video for more. Watch this video next. I think you're gonna love it. And we'll see you all in the next one.